The first step in setting up the Cathexis I/O device is to assign it an IP address. The utility can be started by clicking Start, All Programs, Cathexis Vision, and then choosing Encoder Setup. Or, if the default installation areas have been used, then navigate to the C drive, Program Files, Cathexis Vision Server, and then scroll down and double-click on NVR Encoder Setup.exe. Make a note of the device's serial number, and when the utility is run, a list of all the connected I/O devices will be displayed. After right-clicking the device with the corresponding serial number, the Set IP option can be chosen from the pop-up window. The IP address as well as subnet mask and gateway can now be configured. Clicking the OK button writes the new settings to the device. The utility can now be closed and the I/O device is now ready to be utilized in Cathexis Vision. Under Server Setup, choose Network I/O and click the New button to add the device. Now select the EIO type and give it a descriptive name, as well as entering the IP address that you use to configure the device. The I/O tab can now be selected and the inputs and outputs that are required can be enabled and assigned descriptive names. There is an anomaly that is referred to in the manual regarding default input states. If you have an event triggering when the state is low, false trigger can occur when the device is disconnected. The method used to resolve this is to go to the setup screen and in the general site setup screen, press Alt-Shift-D to enter the debug mode. Now go to the server setup and select Advanced and choose Inputs. Right-click on the specific input that needs to be changed and choose Set State when unknown and set it to High. Exit debug mode by pressing Alt-Shift-D again. The I/O device is now ready to be used in events and triggers to control buttons, sensors, switches, sirens, and many other devices. Navigate to Events and add a new event. Under the General tab, give the new event a descriptive name and select an appropriate schedule. Now choose the Trigger tab and configure a new trigger using the I/O device inputs and schedule. What happens when the trigger occurs is configured under the Actions tab. Clicking New to create a new trigger, choose what action must be taken from the drop-down list. In this example, a camera will be recorded. Once again, make sure the correct schedule is selected for the event. To test the setup, go to the camera viewing screen and set the trigger, and then see that the resulting action is correct. We have successfully configured an I/O device on Cathexis Vision.